We have done this for a year now, and so we are aware of the pros and the cons, and we know school is in session. So students, I'm speaking to you now. You must ensure that you get up in the morning just as if you were going to school in the regular time, face to face, and you're expected to be properly groomed and ready for class. You're going to get up on time, set your alarm clock, you have your breakfast, complete whatever you have to do, be in your uniform, and properly comb your hair and be ready for classes. Parents, this is of utmost importance. I know that because they're at home, sometimes we will believe that, oh, they're at home, so we just allow them to just roll over in bed and just on the classes. No, we have to get them in the frame of mind that this is actually school, and so they must be properly attired for school. This will help them to get into that space. This will help them to focus. This will help them to do well. Get all the resources that you need. So you would have had your timetable, students, so you know your timetable. You know tomorrow you have maths, whichever day, what time. So you should be prepared. So if you have maths on Monday, you get all the stuff for maths, everything ready so that you're up and ready for your classes. You're expected to log on to your platform. We're using the Google platform, so you're expected to log in for your class at least 5 minutes before the start of class. That way you can settle down and ensure that you are early. We still treat lateness and absence as if we were in the physical space, right? So please ensure that you know that you need to be on time for classes. Position yourself in a space. So as when you get up in the morning, find a little area in the house that is your area and that is your school area. You get dressed, get yourself together, and you go sit in that area, get onto your devices and be ready for classes. You are expected to sign in with your correct name. We do not want to see, as a matter of fact, you will not be admitted in classes if you have an alias name. What do I mean by alias name? We know we don't have anybody by the name of Pretty Girl JA, so we don't expect anybody like that to be logging into classes. We want to see your name, Chrysalie Brown 7B. That's how we want you to log in and sign in so we know who this is. Yes, Miss Chrysalie, I'm seeing you. Now there are different features on the platform. So if you need to speak, the same thing as if you're in class, students, you're going to indicate by the raise hand feature in the classroom and wait until you're acknowledged, and Miss will see you. Miss will say, go ahead and speak, and then you go ahead and speak. So we are following the same rules. We expect that you're going to behave in a respectful manner. It means that you're going to listen while others are talking. So we don't expect everybody to be talking on the platform at the same time. It will be very confusing, just as if you're in class. And this will help the teacher to move quickly, and it will help her to help you, because now we don't have to stop to be saying children settle down and all of that, because we're going to behave appropriately. And you're to remain at your computer for the duration of class. Students, hear me well, and parents, this is a sore point. Because you are not physically with us, we cannot see when you get up from the device. Oftentimes, teachers are calling out to students. We're calling Jadon Francis. No, Jadon probably get up and go and play football, but Jadon only log into the device. Or Jadon probably fall asleep because he wasn't sitting up in an upright position. He was probably just lounging around on his bed. So when Miss calling for Jadon now to give the answer, or for Jadon to find out if he is understanding what's going on, there's no Jadon. So we're going to ask you students, if teacher is calling out to you and you're not answering, we're just going to assume that you're not in the class, right? And then that will not be good, because at least that will mean you're absent. So please, during your class time, focus and get the work done. It is best to do it this way. And we're again, remember, you're not physically with Miss. And so while on the platform, I encourage you to participate so that you can ask all the questions you want. Teacher can go through it with you, because you're not in the physical space that you can run to Miss and wait after class. So this is very important that during the class time, you participate, you stay engaged, so that you can, if you are not understanding, your teacher will explain, and ensure that you complete all your homework assignment. If there was never a time, students, that you do your homework, now is the time for you to do your homework. And so this will help you to catch up. This will help you to keep yourself going. This will help you to keep active and to keep abreast of your classwork. So we're asking you to ensure, and parents, please ensure that they complete their class assignments. All right. So this is for the students. Now, parents, navigating online school virtual learning is a collective and a collaborative effort. The students can't do it alone, the teachers can't do it alone, and certainly we know you can't do it alone. We all have to work together as a unit to ensure that our children get the best outcome. All right. And so, parents, this is when I want you to take out your notebook now, or have it somewhere, whatever it is, so that you know. We're telling you this because we have done this before. We're in the second year of virtual learning. The parents who would have followed these instructions and would have stuck to it would have been the ones with the best outcome at the end of the school year. We are not telling you anything, parents, because we want to stress you or add any other pressure. We understand. We know the limitations. We know that some of you are also doing work from home. And so it's a little bit difficult, but I encourage you to just follow these guidelines. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, parents, to ensure that there is an area in the house, no matter how small it is, no matter where it is, just an area in the house that is designated school space. Why do you want to do this? It gets the child in that mental frame of mind that whenever they go to that area, I'm in school, we need to encourage the children to use that area. If we just allow them to just spring up out of the bed, lounge in the living room where the TV is, they're not going to take it seriously and they're not going to be focused. They have to understand that they get dressed, they're in their uniform. It is school. The only difference is that I'm not on my school compound. So wherever you have to make the space, just find a little space. They're very small, so you don't need a big space in the house. A little area that they sit, and this is their school area. We are asking you, parents, please, students should not be engaged in household chores during class time. You are aware of the school time, school hours. You will be given a timetable. So during the time allotted for school, please, parents, allow the children to be in school. We don't want anybody to be, when we see the camera open, them babysitting, or somebody wash dishes, or the child can't come to class because they had to go run errand, or they had to sell something in the shop. Parents, allow the children to come to school when it is school time. When they log out, they can go and wash dishes or whatever. When school is dismissed, they are welcome to do their chore. But until then, we're asking you to allow them to be settled, to be focused, and give them that space to learn. Also, parents, be mindful of the online space and the background noise. From time to time, your child will be required to open their microphone to participate in class for whatever reason. We do not want to hear the foul language, the loud music, the talking, all of that in the background. Not only is it distracting for the other student, it is also very embarrassing for your child. And a lot of times we have children do not want to open their microphone and participate because they know so once we open my microphone, what auntie or mommy or daddy or somebody in the house just going to behave out of character. So please, parents, be mindful that they're in for the time that they're online. Just give them that allowance, give them that time to just be in class and to participate. Please make arrangements for your child to have a device that can be used for class during online classes. I know again it is rough, but by now most of us would have understood that online is going to be with us for some time to come. Whether it is we're going to be doing fully online or dual modality, we are not sure. But either way, we know that we will be engaging online, and so we're going to ask that as best as possible, you try to get a device for the child. There are avenues that you can reach out to if you're having a struggle with that. You please reach out as early as possible. Do not wait until the end of the school term, parents. And at the end of the school term, we have a flood of parents at the gate to say, Miss, we never have the device, that and the child never log on. We're going to ask your parents, it is your responsibility. If you're having a challenge, please speak from early so that whatever intervention as best as possible, we can't promise you that we can give you a device, but at least we'll be aware and probably some other arrangement can be made to help the child. So we're going to ask you do not wait until the end of the school term. Most of us, some of us will be out working. And so we're going to ask that you ensure that if your child is alone at home, that you do periodic visual check. So we have Zoom, what is that, WhatsApp call, and all of those video chats and everything that you're able to just call and ask the child, just let me see what you're doing. Check up on them. Don't just leave them blindly and gone. The presentation before, as Nurse said, it is a very dangerous thing online, or we just leave them up to do whatever they want to do. They have to be online for schooling, so you have to ensure that you're following up what they're doing. That is schoolwork they're doing when they're online. And at the end of the day, when you come home, parents, check on the work. The beauty of online is that everything is there. What the teacher posts, the lesson is there, everything is there. So you can just come in and check and ask the child, what did you do today? What happened in class today? And so on. Do not just blindly come in and just assume that the child is online and everything is well. You have to, parents, ensure that you take that responsibility. We're going to ask and encourage your parents that you're not interjecting classes. So if you're home with your child and the child is in class and something may happen that you may not be pleased about, or you please do not open the camera and take over the class. All right, parents, you're not in the class. So we're going to do it just as if you were in physical space. You will contact Miss, the teacher, or the school outside. Do not intervene in the child class. And you're not supposed to be giving them the answer. I don't want anybody beating the pit of them and say, answer the question, answer the question. You are not supposed to be involved in the child class. Allow this. I don't want nobody rush. Oh, you know, answer. Why don't answer? Here, Mr. Parents, please. I know some of us will do it. Don't do it. All right. And for those who intend to purchase a device, if you're able to get a laptop, that would be the ideal. But we know that if you can't, that's fine. But whatever device you're able to get, please just get a device so that the child can be online. Parents, again, I just want to encourage you. In order for our students to get the best outcome, and I keep saying it, it has to be a partnership between all of us involved. We need you as much as you need us, parents. It cannot be left to the teachers and the school administration to follow up on what is happening with their child. Remember, we are not home with them. We are not home with them. And so I'm imploring you, parents, do what you need to do to ensure that you get some sort of supervision for them, reach out. One thing with Bridgeport High School, we give out a lot of information. There are many WhatsApp groups. Please engage yourself in a WhatsApp group, the class group. There's a school app. I'm going to encourage you, when we call PTA meetings and general meetings, please do not just be missing in action. And then at the end of the school term, you're going to say you never heard what was going on. We're in a time now where everybody, it has to be all hands on deck. I expect that our students this year will have a good year, parents. I would want, and I'm going to encourage you, that they should be in their uniform. And this is a part of our disciplinary measure. And we are here if you're having a challenge. We wish for you a good year. And as I said before, the information is there.